See, you are a mirror that the avoidant had to escape from because how deep you seen through them. You know, the depth of your soul. You know, the depth of the way that you show up for people. And that triggered their wounds. You know, in the beginning, it was like the honeymoon stage. Everything was, they were attentive, the long talks, everything was cool. But it was because it wasn't a responsibility. They felt like they could control the situation and how they showed up. But when things became more serious and you didn't run, you continued to show up being the same person. The depth was even stronger. You asked a lot of questions. You seen things that they didn't want you to see, and that triggered their nervous system. It felt like danger to them because they grew up being, dismissed by their parents, by their caretakers, and that trained their nervous system to survive on not letting people get too close. They want to control the narrative. So when you touch a part of them that no one has ever touched, because it's not that they don't want a relationship, it's that they don't know how to receive the depth. That's like someone wanting to be this famous basketball player but never played a lick of basketball a day in their life. So the moment you put them on the court, they run out of breath. They don't know how to shoot a free throw. They carrying the ball, double dribbling. They don't know how to receive the love because they have never been there. Anytime it gets too close, they escape, they pull back, they create a situation where they can run. They make you the bad guy, or they make you the bad girl, or they say that you too sensitive, or you complain too much, or you always doing this, you always doing that. They create something. They make it so big, and it's not even really that big of a deal. And you just be looking like, really? But that is their way of escaping. And see, avoidance, they stay with people that just don't care, people that's emotionally unavailable. They are used to being treated like shit. So they are safe. They feel safe. They feel comfortable with those type of people. People that abuse and mistreat them. That is like home to them. Even though they don't want it, but they are familiar with that. So anybody that actually comes and are there for them and showing up for them and being that person that they deserve, they want it. They just don't have the capacity to receive it. And they cannot receive the depth. They cannot sustain in the presence of realness. So as an empath, when you showed up being your authentic self, feeling like, finally I met the person for me. This person is genuine, because in the beginning they kind of tell you what they want, and they are so genuine, and they are this good person at heart. They are, and they tell you everything that they want. But as time progresses, like I say, they don't know how to sustain in it. So they could see that you see them, and it causes them to feel danger. When they feel seen and exposed for who they are, and they cannot hide behind nothing, they don't know how to react to that. So all they know how to do is run. So when you steady calling them and asking them what's going on, that overwhelms them. Because deep down in their soul, they know that they wrong. They know they wrong. They know. So when you steady telling them, like, why would you do this to me? And I thought we was better than that. I thought we had something going. That overwhelms them. They only hear silence. They only respond to when you walk away, when you don't care, when you give up on the relationship, when you say, "Oh, forget them." That's when they'll try to come back into your life, because they always watching. Even when they try not to watch. When you are that mirror, when you somebody very powerful, an empath, a powerful empath, a Hayoka, a dark empath, someone that's just very powerful. That avoidant, there is no fractured soul, no narcissist. There is no one on this earth that could resist you. They cannot resist watching you. They will be scared to come in your presence, scared to talk to you, scared to, face that accountability, because they know they're wrong. But they will always watch you. They want to see your growth. They want to see the person that you go from to this powerful person, because you are. Every time you grow, every level that you go up, people see it, people feel it. The world can feel it. And people, these fractured souls that are attracted to the light, they know that you're going to be something big. You don't have to identify with anything. All you have to do is show up and be the best version of yourself that you possibly can. And just live. Don't allow ego to cripple you. Just be you. Be light as a feather. Because no avoidant, no narc could ever just leave you. They can leave physically, but spiritually, you got their brain, you got their soul. Every person that they ever encounter after you, they will subconsciously compare. It's over with. They felt something too deep. It's done.